Okay.
Welcome to Brazil and Circuit Interlagos from the city of Sao Paulo for the second round of the Nationwide Tracking Systems V8 E-Championship. First up, we have a lap of Circuit Carlos Pace, hosted by JP.
Welcome to the Coghlan Engineering Hot Lap for the Nationwide Tracking Systems V8 Evolution Championship. I'm JP Courier, and this week I'm going to take you for a hot lap in my 888 NTS Holden ZB Commodore at Lotodromo Jose y Carlos Pace, or better known as Interlagos, for round 2 of the series. So at this stage it's all about being smooth with the gears and the steering input. I'm trying to get as much speed as I can before I come to the braking zone. I'm looking to get hard on the brakes at the 100 metre mark. I'm trailing the brakes and turning in early for the centre S's. Light squeeze of the throttle, then off the throttle again to help the car turn, back on the power, and I short shift the fourth as I modulate the throttle through the curva de sol. Back on the power as quick as I can for a good exit and through the gears cleanly for the next corner. My braking mark is just before the 100 metre board. Once again, braking hard, bleeding off the brakes, turning in early, clip the apex, get on the power, make sure not to go too wide here, hold a tight line through the next corner, keeping the throttle flat, going up through the gears cleanly. Nice dab of the brakes to slow the car down and help it rotate. Down to third gear, now I modulate the throttle through here to help the car turn. Down to second gear here, trail the brake, help the car to rotate. Quick stab of the throttle, off the throttle on the brake again, let the car coast a little on the power as early as I can to get through that next corner. Now I'm straight, brake again, trail the brake for an early turn in, let the car coast to turn in. Go wide here, I lift off the throttle slightly to help the car turn again on the power as quickly as I can. Now I know I can take all the track here and even more, turn in early, get on that power nice and early, and now we're through the last section of the course, and what I'm trying to do here is keep the steering inputs as light as I can and keep the gear shifts nice and clean as I'm on my way to the finish line. So that's a lap of the Interlagos Grand Prix circuit brought to you by Coghlan Engineering. Now let's get back to all the on-track action with Jamie and Ben.
Thanks for that, JP. That was a great lap. So tonight, for the Nationwide Tracking Systems V8 E-Championship, we've got 24 laps, a bit of a sprint. And welcome, Ben Morris. How are you going tonight?
I'm well, Jamie. I'm well, mate. I think this will be a really exciting race. I think we expect to sort of see a bit closer racing tonight. This will be a hard one for the guys to get away from. Lots of slipstreaming, really good braking opportunities, especially coming into turn one, through the centre S's down into the I can't remember the name of the corner, but down into the
Curva de Sol.
There you go, Curva de Sol. But it'll be those that are brave on the brakes will really win here, and I think with the temperature, looking after the tyres as well. So we've got obviously the Nationwide Tracking Systems is our major sponsor. Let's see how they go. Wasn't a great result for them last time out, but it's first time round. I've got high hopes from this time. And
yeah, let's hope for a cleaner start than what happened on the turn one, lap one of last race.
Exactly right. And
it won't be much easier to negotiate.
No, that's true. And look, it's probably opportune time as well just to run through our other sponsors as well. Bruzy Racewear, Track Racer, Dripping Paints Graphics. They've got some beautiful paints out there. Race Management Systems, Coghlan Engineering, who are also doing all the setups for the cars for this season, and track cams for gourmets, which obviously we'll see on the broadcast. So really looking forward to this one.
All right, we're getting very close to green lights here, Ben. So I'll just run through the first three positions on the grid. We've got Jamie Davis on pole from Sean McNamara and Alex Court. So three old names that we saw at Zolder. They were the top three. Alex Court obviously taking the win at Zolder from Jamie Davis and Sean McNamara. And it looks like they're going to be three of the top guys running tonight. Anyone else you expect to see out there, Ben? Oh, okay, they're gridding up now.
Here we go. I'd keep an eye on Darren Caldwell. He's looking feisty in the practice session, so keep an eye out.
Okay, we've got Jamie Davis and Todd Hayne on the pole. Jamie Davis on pole. Todd Hayne, second position. Revs are rising. Not long now.
They'd be looking at their fuel stops. They'd be double checking on clearing the screens, make sure they got the tiles. Yep. Nothing
Very
like the
nervous
panic.
time.
Nothing like the panic, is there?
30 plus cars on the grid here at Interlagos, all barreling into turn one. What could go wrong?
I'll tell you what, keep an eye on Paul Preston. I think he
Very
might be a
impressive.
bit of a dark horse.
And they're off.
41 cars on their way. Let's go. Let's hope we got a clean start through turn one.
Looks like Jamie Davis is going to lead them into turn one. Takes the left-hander, a little bit over 90 degrees. Alex
Has he
Jamie
run wide?
Davis, Sean McNamara, Alex Court, Todd Hayne.
The
Simon
Punisher on the
Chadwick.
outside.
It's a clean start from the first few rows. They'll be looking to spread there. Oh, there's a little bit of tapping back there. Darren Caldwell involved.
Todd Hay on the inside here. Look out.
Oh, locking brakes. Easy to lock
Oof.
brakes around this track. A lot of inside left.
They are hanging it together. This is fantastic racing. Giving each other room, but not giving an inch.
Into the 140 km/h double right-hander. Front tyres screaming through here. And braking hard for the hairpin. Lap one.
Todd Hayes in a bit of a battle here. If we look back through in the Bow Repairs car.
Todd Hay is
He's going to hang it out on the
Paul
outside.
Preston by the looks of it.
Yep.
Side by side.
Great piece of driving. Well done.
Todd's held it. Looking from the front of Paul Preston's car here into the critical left-hander that leads onto the uphill 1.4
Great shot.
km/h, 1.4k straight.
Yeah, great shot. Let's see if he gets
50%.
on Hay. He's just dropped off there a little bit though, hasn't he?
Yeah, but in the slipstream, so long as you're about 0.9, 1 second behind the car in front, you'll pick up a slipstream. It's going to be hard for these leaders to pull away on this track.
Absolutely. There's a bit of chatter on the race control at the moment. We're just trying to see just trying to hear what's going on there. There's a little bit of chatter, but everything seems to be settled down nicely.
Probably some going-ons in the midfield, as you could expect. You've got 40-odd cars trying to get through a one-line corner through the Curva S, Centre S.
These gents don't like their paints being scratched, so sometimes they'll let race control know. Because I tell you what, getting a wax job on these paint jobs is expensive.
Some beautiful-looking paint jobs out there.
This is beautiful, cracking paint jobs.
A couple of new ones there as well.
Look at the snap-on one there, back a little bit back in the field.
Yeah, I noticed that one during the week.
Trent Gosley. That's a good-looking paint
Very
job.
striking. Very striking.
And just
yeah.
looking back a little bit
A bit of a battle
further.
behind it.
Absolutely. Yeah, who have we got there?
Luke Bergens, Blake Warboys,
Yeah, Luke Bergens is playing.
Darren
he's playing
Caldwell
defensive.
involved, Marty
He-
Hanson, Cameron Veacock and Marty Hanson in the Bow Repair cars. This is looking very interesting as they come up here. It's going to be getting a double, triple, quadruple slipstream up the hill here.
Look at this. Blake's got some pressure from Darren. He's got some pressure from Marty Hanson and Cameron
They're all
Vercock.
under the pressure. They're
It's
all under pressure
all-
here, Ben.
This will be exciting. Will
Play
Darren
for
get
here.
defensive?
I'm expecting a bit of a bomb here.
He's
A bit of patience.
yeah, a little bit of patience. Good to see though. It's a long race. Got some laps
20.
in.
24 lap race, so we're expecting pit stops maybe lap 10 onwards, I would expect.
24 laps, Jamie. I might have to have a sleep in the middle of that. That is a long race, so looking good here.
Not enough laps for me. Bring on the endurances for me. Double that,
We love it.
and I'm starting to feel comfortable.
We love a good endurance, don't we?
Definitely. But these guys, they love it. Early into the sprints, every position's valuable. And look at it, it's just a train of V8s.
Trainer V, it sounds glorious, looks fantastic. It's the sort of track that sort of lends itself to as well to those opportune moments. Oh, Darren!
Oh, there's a lot of
Caldwell.
times, mate. Oh, look out, he's gone head first into that. little bit of the old Tom Cruise into the smoke. And unfortunately it didn't pay off. But, more contact on the left-hand side. Now there's no patience being shown here. The patience is worn thin. They're all going for it here.
Race control is going overtime now.
Back to the leaders. It looks like Jamie Davis has pulled out a little gap. Sean McNamara will want to close that up. Alex Court's pushing Sean. And we've got Simon Chadwick having a look at looking at Alex Court. Court's gone defensive into turn 1.
Ooh.
Simon Chadwick settles for the position at the moment, but Alex Court's gone a little bit deep. That's going to compromise him on the exit. Through the Curva de Sol. Up to 250 kilometres an hour, 6th gear down this back straight. Braking hard at the end. Down to 120 kilometres an hour, 3rd gear. An overtaking position, but Alex has defended that well. But he's losing time. They're both losing time now. Jamie Davis is making a break for it. Sean McNamara in second. Big lock up, right hand wheel. Alex has got a look in the inside here. Court has a look, but no, it's not on. Someone's run wide behind that as well. Court round the outside, no go there. It leaves the door open a little bit to Chadwick. Court having another look. It seems like McNamara might be holding Court up at the moment. In fact, there's a bit of a bottleneck behind. The tyres might be starting to wear off already, Ben.
Yeah, look, I think we're probably starting to see a little bit of action here. I've just been listening to a bit of race control action. There is.
There would have been some complaints with that incident.
Oh, there's complaints, and I think some of the issues though. Sometimes you just got to put your head down and just concentrate on what's in front of you and just forget about the rest of it.
Exactly.
You know.
Here we go up the straight again.
Look at this.
270.
Look at this.
Chadwick's having another look at Court.
Ooh,
Court
it's
shuts the
gonna
door again.
Slight tweak on the brake.
These guys are battling away, and it's giving Davis a chance to spread his legs and get away. But they're not losing too much time. That slipstream. Davis has lost his slipstream. Todd Haynes having a look. Chadwick's had to go defensive this time.
Simon's under a bit of pressure here.
On board now with
Stick it down the
Davis.
inside. Stick it down. He's going to do it. Oh, he's
We're
made
on
him
board
look.
with
He's thinking
Davis.
about it. And that's compromised
Now
to
we're
go
on
to the
board
corner.
with Court, Ben. We're on board with Court.
Fantastic.
Sorry about that.
That's good. That's good. Now look at that. That
So we're looking
lovely
at
lines through there.
Sean McNamara in second, the green and black. Alex Court in the blue and white. Simon Chadwick in the purple Punisher. Todd Hayne in the Bow Repairs car. Followed by Paul Preston, who's closing up in the black and white car.
Oh, here he comes.
Paul Preston, man to watch. Finished 4th last week at Zolder. So he's definitely knows how to put a race together.
Yeah, he looks very comfortable in the setup. I think, as I said at the start line there, I think he's one to watch. He's certainly getting the rhythm with this one.
Well, these 4 battling, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. They're holding each other up. They're
Jamie
taking away
Davis.
each other's optimal lines.
And look at Jamie Davis. He's just sort of said, I'm out of here.
Yep.
And
Yep.
Sean McNamara is under some serious pressure now from Alex Court.
Absolutely serious pressure.
But I'll tell you what, the old Punisher is there. He's ready to go at the moment's notice.
Well, it looks like at this point in time, unless Jamie Davis makes a mistake, it's going to be a battle for second. Court having
Here
a
we
look
go.
at McNamara.
He's having a go. Showing the nose. But that's a
very
bit
hard.
far back. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a hard corner to pass on. It's not a deep braking area.
I prefer to set it up for the next one and then throw it down in here. This is
I agree.
where you,
If you
can get
these,
it.
Yep, if you can get these 2 fast right-handers right, it's an
Yep.
opportunity to have a little look right under braking here.
Yeah. Ooh, look at him sneaking
Not
in
this
there.
lap,
That's,
though. Not this lap.
but the
It's a little
Punisher
bit of-
just behind is just floating around. He's saying, well, you're giving me time back here.
Oh, I tell you what, Ben, this slipstream, it's a bit of an opportunity to do some fuel saving up that straight. Under
Absolutely.
brakes, you can lift and coast and
Yeah,
save a bit of fuel, and it might come back to help you out at the pit stop. You might be able to
absolutely.
undercut a little bit in the pits, put a little bit less fuel on.
We just saw
Be interesting
Sean.
to go on board with, say, Simon Chadwick here at the end of the straight and just have a quick little listen to see if he is lifting at the end of the straight and saving a
Yeah.
fraction of a bit of fuel.
Great idea. Let's have a listen.
Up to 270k, probably a little bit more in the slipstream. This will tell if he's lifting. Maybe slightly. Alex Court, edgy under brakes. He's working it hard.
I'll tell you what, Jamie, that might
Already's
be
lost a
more
little bit of
panic.
time there to Chadwick.
That lift might have been a little bit more panic, but look at that, the Punisher.
It looks like Court was working the hard. That's rear tyres hard there.
Todd Hayes, look at this. He's seen an opportunity here. Throw it down, son.
Court's gone defensive again.
Oh, look at that.
Todd Hayne right on the back of Simon Chadwick as well. We can hear his car through
He is
the
working it.
TV camera.
He's working it. And Simon's having to go defensive. Oh, there we go. This is a gap.
A little bit of understeer there
Yeah.
for Chadwick.
He's gone wide. He's seen an opportunity. Oh, it's too early. Don't chirp it. Oh, he's in the inside there.
Yeah, but it doesn't set him up very well for the next
Nah,
corner. It's round
Simon's
the outside.
watching him.
Maybe change it early into third. Oh, Chadwick spun the
Oh,
wheels up there.
He's spun the wheels up. That's
Compromised
going to
himself
hurt.
into this corner.
I'll tell you what, that'll hurt on the net. Oh, and lock
And
the front.
again.
Oh, no.
Oh, very messy couple of corners. This has opened the door big time for Todd
a,
Hayne.
a little bit of panic now. A little bit of
Hayne
panic.
We'll be hoping to set this corner up
He's
very
settling now.
nicely.
He's
Get
settling
the
now.
power on early.
Oh, you can see that drifting out of the corner there.
And those messy couple of hairpins has given Alex Court a little bit of a breather. So now he might be able to work on McNamara without the worry of getting past from behind.
Spot on, spot on. And this is the problem. This is the challenge, I think, that we see within the racing. You've got to really keep your eyes focused and keep moving forward with it, because if you get caught with the guy who's trying to get behind you, you'll get stuck in that race rather than the one you need, which is the one up further.
That's right. Now we're looking at Trent Gosley, Marty Hanson and Darren Caldwell.
Mm-hmm.
Led by Paul Preston, Blake Warboys, Trent Gosley and Marty Hanson in this battle pack here. We've got Marty
Oh, look at this.
Hanson
Marty
moving
Hanson,
up.
he's going down.
Yep, he's going to have a look in the Beaurepaires car. Down to third gear,
He's
inside
sending
line.
it.
He's got it.
Great. That's a great move. That's a great move.
Warboys
And,
has had to let him through.
yeah, and this is where Darren
Gosling,
will
sorry.
take advantage of this, because
Gosling.
they've sort of held themselves up a little bit. Darren's closed up on the back.
Darren Caldwell in the
Oh,
phase
sorry,
4
Blake.
gold and black.
Great looking car, not biased at all. Oh, he's shown the nose.
He's having a look.
He's
He's got
done it. He's gone for it. He said, I'm have ya.
And
Wow.
Trent Gosley's lost 2 positions in less than half a lap. He'll be disappointed with that little section of the
Lovely move.
race.
Lovely move.
He might have worked the tyres a little bit hard early in the race. Working lap. What lap are we on, Ben?
We are on lap. That's a very great. We're on lap.
7?
We are on lap 7, yeah.
Up 7.
Lap 8, sorry, apologies.
Just starting lap 8?
Yes, we are. No, we're starting lap 9.
Okay. So the pit stops are coming along pretty soon.
Look, they'll be thinking about it.
On board with Martin Turner here. Behind
Still
Riley
well.
Curtis.
He's doing well too.
Martin Turner finished 5th place last week at Zolder.
He did.
Nice little battle pack here.
Lovely little car too. I like the colour of that. Chicken up racing. Frightening in your mirrors, I would say. But I
Maybe
do love the
Baz's
Mustang.
fencing does a little bit of chicken wire fencing.
I do love the Mustang, so I'm a little bit partial to that. So JP won't like this, but any Mustang.
Oh, here's a
any car
dive.
looks good.
Here's a bit of a look here. Turn 1. Bergens. Bergens takes Newell. Newell.
Great move,
sponsored
Bergen.
by- Oh, yeah, it looks like Craig Newell might have had a little bit of contact on this right-hand side there.
Brian
Battling
Cooper.
for positions. I just have to look at my telemetry here. 31 and 31st and 32nd.
Gee, that's it was a great paint job before, but it's smeared it slightly down one side.
Oh, and a battle back on here between It looks like
Todd Haynes.
and Chadwick and Preston side by side. Todd Haynes has got past. Oh, and that's side by side. Chadwick and Preston. Chadwick holds on though.
Nice.
This battle's up and down the field. It's on. Alex Court still hasn't managed to get past McNamara.
313.
He's been stuck behind
For contact with car 12.
since the start of the race. Race control hard at work as well in our ears there, Ben.
Yes, it's not really what we want to hear. We want to hear the silence from race control, so that we don't want them too busy. Otherwise, they'll stress out. But there's a hell of a lot going on.
Have you managed to notice any black flags on your telemetry?
I have. We've got Luke Holland, who was black flagged, and Michael Brennan recently black flagged as well, unfortunately. So
Okay. Having a hard run of it.
hard
Especially
run.
Luke Holland after the end to the race at Zolder, which unfortunately affected Jamie Davis, but he's making amends tonight. Jamie
He's
Davis running away with this race at the moment.
He's certainly making
2.7
amends.
seconds.
I've got
And we're looking at Tony Gaffer here in position 18. He was in split 2 last week, so he's been pumped up to tier 1. And he's the highest of the wildcards tonight, having a great race in 18th position. Good for solid performance there by Tony Gaffer.
absolutely. Just while we're just got Darren
And we've got pit
Caldwell's got a
stops,
black
pit
flag
stops.
as well.
Oh, okay, so that's a drive-through.
He's
It's
got a
not just
drive-through.
not just a pit stop, because I'll be expecting pit stops pretty soon now. There's the drive-through being served by Darren Caldwell. There's Jamie Davis in the lead. Comfortable lead.
And Alex
Yeah, but-
Court, he's throwing everything at it at the moment.
He's desperate to get past Sean
He's
McNamara.
desperate in the NTS.
Pushing hard.
Commodore.
McNamara's done a brilliant job to keep him behind. And the battle pack spread out a little bit now. Todd Hayden's managed to fallen off the back a little bit. Chadwick, I guess, passing Chadwick at that point in time. We've got the 2 Borough Pairs cars now in 4th and 5th. Looking at Alex Court
Sorry, mate.
in 3rd position. Sponsored by Nationwide Tracking Services.
He's just. I think he's probably just watching Sean at the moment. He's but
might be
Sean's
saving
holding
it.
his own.
He might be saving it for the pit stops here. It's going to be critical to see how they manage the pit stops. There's the pit lane there on the left-hand side.
I think Sean's actually got out of that corner a little bit better that time, and it might be my eyes. Oh, Jamie
Little lock
Davis
up
just
there by
locking
Jamie
going into
Davis.
third one.
Easy to do. He hasn't lost too much time by the looks of it, though. But
Alex
Court is
back
looking
on.
very aggressive here.
He's
lined
back
up.
on.
He's got a run on him.
He's-
I wouldn't be surprised if he has a little bit of a look here.
They're using
McNamara's
all the
run
track.
a little bit wide, used all that curb on Curve de Sol. And I think a little bit too far back this time
A
still.
little bit too far back.
Closing in, though.
Might set him
closing
up
in.
for the next one.
He's getting desperate. He knows he can see Jamie Davis, championship rival at the moment. These 3 have been battling for the lead of the championship and both the round 1 and round 2.
Absolutely. That's a tighter line there from Alex as well. That's the preferred line. That really hugs in. You just have a lot of
He's
time through
obviously
there.
more confident in that front end.
Mm.
McNamara is. He's just able to stroke that car, stroke the front end through. Looks like we're coming up to a little bit of traffic as well, Jamie Davis. So that'll be
Yeah.
interesting to see how they're able to negotiate the traffic.
We love a bit of track,
It
a bit of
mixes
traffic.
things
don't we?
up. Yeah, oh, it absolutely mixes things up big time, especially when you've got 40-odd cars out on a 4.2 kilometre distance track.
Absolutely. The best part's when they sit in the middle of the track too, and you're trying to get around them.
I love that.
At Zolder,
awesome.
that's brilliant.
Yep.
But enough of my problems. We've got a really good race on here at the moment, guys.
Alex Court in the slipstream again.
He's loving it.
Got to watch. And he's into the pits. Straight at the pit lane.
Oh,
Slams on the brakes. He has to pull it up. And we've got one of the Borough Pairs cars and another one. And it looks like 3 of them have got to dive for the pit lane there. Sean McNamara is going to be thinking about it now. He's going to have to make a decision at the end of this lap.
Well, he's looking for an undercut, and it's the time to be doing it.
Jamie
13 laps
Davis
to
and
go.
Sean McNamara must be made well aware what the guys behind him have done. You will easily pick up a second a lap on these fresh tyres. And here's Alex Court, first one to leave pit lane. He's done it smoothly, cleanly, no mistakes.
Great stop. Fantastic stop.
Davis, will he make the decision to go in? The dripping paint graphics Mustang. Oh, how does Alex come out in the traffic? Looks like he's done pretty well here. He's dropped into a nice little hole. And he's going to be very happy with that situation. He's going to be very happy with that, Ben. He's got clear track ahead of him. He's going to be able to pump in 3 good laps without anything
That's a
being
great
held up.
Yeah, he's done that well, and I would dare say with Alex, he's probably looked at the timing screen, he's seen the gaps, he's worked it out, and that's worked perfectly for him.
Oh, and McNamara sliding around. Davis and McNamara, their tyres are shot. They have to make a decision very soon, but
They must
like
be
they-
coming in.
I think
McNamara's
Davis is in, McNamara's in, both of them.
That's the smart thing to do. So even if
boys staying out.
oh wow, so you see McNamara on the brakes there under the
It's
control
critical.
line.
There's so much time to be gained and lost in the pit lane.
Absolutely.
Really, that's the key to these races quite often.
So
On board with Alex Court,
excellent.
who's now in 7th position.
Let's see how this plays out, guys. This will be interesting.
This would be critical.
Where will they come
We've got
out?
more runners.
Still in the
We're
pits.
the man to watch, Alex
Jamie's
Court.
exiting now. Jamie Davis is exiting now. They're both exiting now.
Whoa! It looks like McNamara's made up a bit of time as well on Jamie Davis, and this is going to be side by side as they enter onto the back straight.
This will be critical. Who's got the
I think
lungs
Court's
to keep
jumped
it?
him. I think Court's going to manage to. It's going to be
Look
side
at
by
this.
side.
Look at this.
Oh, there's touch.
Oh, there's a bit of
Court
intimidation.
holds
He's
the
not
outside.
letting it go though. Great stuff. Look at
Davis
that.
on the inside. They're going to
Giving
go
each
side
other
by
room.
side.
Wow.
This is great racing. The 3, first, second, third. This is.
Keep the boot in, boys.
Oh, switch back. Davis
Oof.
having a look. Court's done a great job there. Oh, and he's managed to hold him off into the hairpin. And Davis is probably going to take a couple more corners to get these tyres up, but then he's going to have the fresher tyres for a lap.
Well,
and
this
see
is
how Davis likes it in the slipstream. He's definitely
Abs-
lost a good 3 seconds in that pit stop because McNamara's made it up time on him as well. So we've got Court in the
Absolutely.
lead. Jamie Davis,
Yep.
McNamara in 3rd.
amazing.
Great racing.
Absolutely
Round 2.
fantastic racing. I think the
Nationwide
guys.
tracking services.
Absolutely.
Brilliant race. Now, can Alex Court use his pace? This is the first time he's had free air in front of him. Will he be able to take away and show the pace that he might have had all race but hasn't been able to show it?
Well, Jamie Davis will be he'll be kicking himself a little bit that he's missed that undercut. But you know what? Extra lap of tyres.
He's cut the corner a bit
He's
there.
cut the corner a bit there.
Yeah, he's trying hard.
He's got
He
to
doesn't
settle.
want to let Court get away.
He's got to settle because Sean McNamara has got the run, and he is going to throw it down there.
I think McNamara's passed him.
He has, and I think to his credit, he might have got to
McNamara
slow
in
down.
second. Might have been a
Jamie
slow
might have got
down.
to slow down. Yeah,
Oh, that's cost him. That's cost him big time.
I'll tell you what,
This is
Alex has just grabbed a tyre, a break into that corner. And I'll
It's
tell you
fallen
what-
into Alex Court's lap though, this. And Chadwick's up to 4th. And Todd Hayne in 5th. They're still
Yep.
all together in the same camera shot.
Absolutely. Sean McNamara looks bloody racy. It's probably because it's a Mustang. No prejudice, but
Well, the fuel's going to be coming off. The cars are going to be changing their balance, the fresh tyre.
he
See
looks
who's
very,
gonna be
very
quick to
racy.
the end of
He's
the
made
flag
time
here.
up on Alex. He's made time up here. Alex is trying hard though.
Well,
Now, this will be-
watching
this
his
is gonna be a
mirrors
good-
now.
Absolutely.
Different style of driving. It's easy to follow around this track. You can use the car in front as a bit of a landmark.
I
And
was
it's going to be
just
hard to
about to
pull
say
away
Yeah,
up this straight
absolutely.
because you've got 1.4k of just absolute 100% throttle. It's very hard to pull away in a situation like this.
The one thing
Alex
you
Court
can
would
do,
not want to make a mistake.
absolutely, and you're spot on, Jamie. The one thing you do, especially through those the middle of the track there, through the tight left, right, so you can really make some time up under brakes because the car in front's your braking marker.
Exactly.
And
You
it's
just brake
so
when he
easy to
does,
work.
maybe a metre or two
Yep.
further down the track.
And you won't
So
be in
easy to
trouble.
follow.
And you won't be in trouble. And get the centre S curves right. Get the run down through here. Makes a big difference in it. But you can really play on it. Oh, I reckon
bit wide there.
McNamara's a bit stronger through that corner. I think he's.
Court's not getting away here, Ben. He's not getting
absolutely
away.
not. I think he's made ground up on him.
Well, he's got fresher tyres. It might only be one lap, but I think it's 0.3 of a lap. Sort of the tyre degrades around here.
Oh,
He's gone thin
He's
in
gone
there.
defensive.
He's gone a little bit defensive. That's very early to go defensive.
Way
He's got him
too
worried.
early.
McNamara's got him worried.
Interesting.
Jamie Davis hasn't fallen away either.
Right. I would say at this point, McNamara's in a bit of a driver's seat here. He's sort of controlling him more, and Alex is just thinking about what's going on behind. Maybe a bit of a mistake, maybe some dirt on the tyres, but he's had to adjust.
I'd still like to be in Court's position here. I'd rather have the lead. McNamara's going to have to pull a move off somewhere.
Oh,
if he's going to
absolutely. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. It'll be a very, I was going to say balls to the wall, but I won't. It will be a big one.
He's in the slipstream here. Absolutely in the
Oh,
slipstream.
look at him jinking around. He's
Showing the
confident.
nose.
He's
Showing
confident.
the nose. Court under brakes into turn one.
Reminds me of
This is
a
on the
young
power.
James Hunt. This Sean McNamara, just ready to
Yes,
put it out there.
That's what he reminds you of.
He does.
Classic movie.
Classic.
That Hunt Louder. I could watch that one all day.
That's a great movie. But enough of what we love on cinema.
Court
Let's get
rides a
back
bit
to
of
the
curb. Looking
closer
at
again. He's
Blake
closer
Warboys
again.
here. Looking at Blake Warboys, followed by Lasseth Leonage.
And look who's
Leonard.
floating in behind there. Jamie Davis is making time up. Look at him sneaking up there. Look at this
We're looking
defensive
at
move.
10th and 11th here, Ben. We've got Blake Warboys holding off Lasseth Leonage, 10th and 11th.
Oh, look at this.
Leonage got a little bit.
Gee, it's happening right through the field, isn't it?
Looking at Warboys here, sorry, on Mark Duggan. Mark Duggan for 9th. Mark Duggan in the Nova car. Blake Warboys in 10th in the 063. Oh, and he's braked a little bit later there. Had to pull up,
he's
gave him a
gonna
tap.
tap, he's gonna
Turn
tap.
him.
Oh!
And he'll flip the front as well.
Will it come into the...
He's pulling up, but that's let
He's-
let
okay.
Leonage through, and it's going to let Martin Turner through as well.
He has to, yeah. Oh, that's disappointing
It's so
because...
easy to do. So, and here's the battle for the lead again. McNamara's right on Court's tail.
Oh, he's right up. He's closed it. Look at that.
As his Court's not going to get away. Oh, and Davis lights him up, leaving the centre S.
He did. Looks specky, but it's slow.
And it kills those tyres. And we've got a battle between Chadwick and Hayne in the background as well. Hayne's right behind Simon Chadwick. And having a look, Hayne pulls wide. No. Chadwick holds him off this time. Back to the lead again.
Just heard through race control. Martin Turner's been black flagged.
Ah,
Drive through.
It's been busy, boy. Been busy. Oh, Court. What's happening? No, that's traffic in front of Court. Here we go. Ben, the traffic.
Yep. Look at
This
this.
is what we're waiting for.
This is what we're waiting for. And McNamara is all over him.
Court cannot afford to have even the slightest of slip up as
No.
he's trying to negotiate these back markers. Can you tell who that is in front of Court there, Ben?
That is...
He's going to
Michael
want to get a
Stewart,
great
yeah.
exit here.
Michael Stewart in
Court's-
the true blue.
Stewart, well done. That's
He's
good
leaned
driving.
out, but still... Oh, it's still a compromise.
Yeah, it is a little bit tricky around the outside
And
there,
he
isn't
needs to
it?
get right out of it there.
Court's going to find that very difficult. That's on the apex there. Easy
And
to go out in that grass if
Jamie
you don't
Davis
get
is
it
throwing the
quite right.
lights on him. Here we go. No, he's thought again. He's just...
Has McNamara gone wide?
No, he's
No, he's managed
okay.
to
He's
hold on to
okay.
it.
but Jamie Davis has made up some time on him there.
And it looks like there's a big battle between Todd Hayne and Simon Chadwick in the background there as well. Todd Hayne has got past Chadwick.
He has. Wow, that's a big one.
Might be late, but if these guys start battling away, he could still manage to pull that 3-second lead back. If these guys start slowing each other down and getting a little bit of door banging happening on, and I can definitely see that happening the way it's headed.
Yep. This is where we're at, I think. Yeah, we're probably that top 5.
These guys putting on a great show.
Fantastic, isn't it? It's fantastic. This is what we come to see. Look at this.
He will not give McNamara the inside there, but it's compromising his line and it's slowing him down.
Oh, Jamie Davis is looking at the door as well, but I think Alex is the bottleneck here. He's holding up Sean McNamara, and he's driving very, very defensive.
Taking tighter lines and slower entries. McNamara's definitely going to have to work hard to get past. He's not going to get it easy. This is the critical corner. The drive off of here.
I predict a protest at some point. This is good stuff. That's what we come to see.
That's let race control earn their money.
As long as it's past the B pillar.
That's right.
But you can see Sean
slipstream.
McNamara. He's hunting him. He's trying to work out where to go. He's trying to work out where the
caught. That's deep. That's a big lock-up.
That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to pressure him.
There is a lot of pressure. And McNamara will be loving that. That's what he wants to see.
Yep.
And I can hear Jamie Davis. We're on board McNamara's car, and you can hear Jamie Davis. McNamara is going a little bit defensive.
That's going to compromise.
No, he hasn't. He's got a clean run, and he's got a run here. Court's gone wide. We've got 12 off tracks in this race. Not sure how many of these boys would be up to by now, but that's something to worry about towards the end of the race.
McNamara was on the brakes there on the straight, having to try and get out of it there. But
defensive again. McNamara's. This
around
is where
the outside.
McNamara's got to be careful, though.
Is he going to go around the outside?
He's got to be careful. He's got to worry about Jamie Davis behind it as well.
Absolutely. Look, if they're smart, they'll work it together.
Yeah.
Jamie Davis is
something
backed out of
Jamie
it. He
Davis
knows
needs to think about as well.
Exactly.
Like, do I want to compromise it? If Sean McNamara has a lunge, do I have a lunge as well, or do I sit back and wait and see what happens?
Absolutely. Drag me along to Alex, and then let's fight. Because I think Alex is...
Alex pulled out a little bit there.
He did through that compromise. But he seems to be struggling a little bit. Sean seems more comfortable with the setup. He seems a little bit more balanced on the tyre at the moment. But this is really exciting stuff.
I'm loving it.
And Jamie Davis is just sort of saying, give it to me, boys. Give it to me.
And don't write 4th and 5th out of this yet. You can see him in the background there.
Look at this. Look at this.
All caught again.
Look at the take.
Deep line.
Look at
this. Court's really got to be.
Lining him up here. Here we go.
He's really got to be on the mirrors here, Court. He'll go defensive early. He's gone defensive early. They're following each other.
This will be a big one.
McNamara's going to sit back and just... Oh, the cars are sliding under brakes.
Is he going to pick... These guys' tyres will be absolutely screaming about now.
What lap are we on, Ben? What lap are we on?
We are on lap 20.
Lap 20, so 4 laps to go.
4 laps to go. The boys will be sweating in the sims.
Oh, they're working hard.
Oof.
And that's Davis. Davis has taken McNamara.
He has.
McNamara's had to let him through.
He's had to.
Alternative there. Davis snuck up and got him by surprise. Now it's Davis' turn to have another shot at Court. And McNamara might have lost his momentum.
I think so, and I think he's run out of laps. Davis will be hunting him down now, hunting Court down, and Davis has really come on song because remember he was a little further back.
I thought Davis might have run his race, but he's back in it now.
Yeah, I think McNamara's run his race now. He's going to have to settle for a second or third.
He's going to have to hold on and see what happens between Court and Davis.
Absolutely.
I don't think this battle is over, not by a long way.
No way. I just looking at the attitude of the car, I think Alex is having to really, really settle now. He's not as quick out of that.
Early shift.
Very early shift. He's not comfortable through these centre S's, and that's leaving him a little bit vulnerable down the bottom.
Look at the traffic. Look at the traffic in front.
Love it.
Pressure time.
Race control's going mental in the background. Martin Turner, black flag. Craig Newell, also black
Martin
flag.
Turner, black flag. That's huge.
Huge.
He was 5th last week at Zolder, so that's
A game
very
changer.
costly.
Game changer.
These are the sorts of incidents you can't have in this championship if you're going to stay with these top 3 runners. Davis closing up on Court. Court's got a compromise situation here in front of him. He's going to hope that these back markers spot him early and let him have some racing room. Oh, Davis! He's let him up.
He's on there.
That
He's
might give
keen.
Court the breather he
Settle.
needs.
Settle, son, settle.
If Court can get past a back marker or two, the back marker's gone very wide. Let him through. That's nice
The back
driving,
marker's
but
gone for a burger out there, I think. But he's staying there.
and there's those hot tyres.
Oh,
He's
no.
really, that's over driving a little bit there.
Yeah, absolutely. That light up out of that last corner, that would have not helped. And then he's asked for more of it like he did last time. It's still squirming around.
Court, these tyres are shot. They're all struggling for grip.
They are squirming. Oh, someone in the
There's
front
a
there.
a dripping graphics
locking
paint
up.
car locking up in front.
Gee, Alex is really going
And,
tight on that
and
first corner into the
I know
S's.
team rules don't come into it, Ben, but I'm sure Alex Court will be dreading the look of a dripping paint. Whoa, that's very wide,
That's
Davis.
wide. That's wide. That'll be a 1X.
That's a 1X. They must be getting up there now towards double figures. Number 12
Absolutely.
to drive-through penalty.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? If I was dripping paints, I'd be just leaning on the old intercom, and I'd be saying, "I'm chasing this guy." Just to let you know.
It doesn't have to make it too easy. You can
Doesn't have
be
to make it
subtle
too
about it. You can be subtle about it, Ben.
We've seen that before, haven't we?
Oh, yeah.
But this
It's
battle
nice
is.
to have friends.
I will look. I'll tell you what. I reckon Alex will be in the top 3 at the very least. I'll be very interested to talk to him about that corner. How defensive he is.
McNamara's having a look at Davis again here.
He's having
These
another
two
go.
do not want to get into a battle if they still want to have a crack at Court for the lead.
I'll tell you what though, Jamie Davis tyres, he's sliding. I think that previous lap and this one has really cost
heavy-footed.
him.
Bit
It's given
heavy-footed
Alex
out
a bit
of
of a
those
chance, I
hairpins.
think.
Well, Court will be appreciating having a little bit of a gap off his tail now.
Couple
Davis
laps
won't
to
be
go.
getting the toe that he was getting earlier.
Oh, look at it, sliding. Jamie Davis out of that corner.
We're on board with Alex Court heading into lap 23.
3.
So one more lap at the end of this one.
Oh,
Struggled.
he's dragging a
struggled
break.
through there.
He's dragging a break. He's
And
looking.
they're back together again.
He's
He
looking for a
hasn't
back-to-back.
That lead he had.
Jamie Davis caught the inside curve there. That's thrown him off. That's cost him. That's given a bit of a breather, Alex, which is fantastic for Alex.
One more lap after this one. Can Alex Court hold on? Oh, we're on the final lap, Ben. We're on the final lap. Sorry about that. Alex Court only has this lap to negotiate. He'll be hoping for no mistakes. If he can hold this on,
Thinking
he'll be
about the
back-to-back
championship.
wins.
Yeah, thinking about the championship, the top three boys, you'd want to hang on to it. But I know that if you're in second or third, you'd be wanting to look for that opportunity.
You want that win, but you can't
Keep
afford
that
to
pressure.
lose the points.
Alex is on the lights. He's flashing the slower cars in front. What a time to get a bit.
Don't think it's
They
going
are
to affect him.
jamming up here, though.
I don't think that back marker is going to affect his run here. We're coming into what's virtually the final corner on the track. Court has to hold his nerve here. Needs to get this exit right. Looks like
Yeah,
he's
he's
got
got
the
it.
power down a little
He's
bit of
got
a
it.
wiggle. Davis
Oof.
has got a bigger wiggle.
Yeah,
They're powering up the hill towards
Great
the
result.
start-finish line. The
Great
back marker
result for the
gets out of
boys.
the way. Court is going to hold on by less than a second. First, second, third as they cross the line. Court, Davis, McNamara.
well done, boys. Fantastic racing. Well done. They should be very proud of that.
That was a great race. Well
That
done,
was a great
fellas.
race. Yeah.
Good
I
to
think
watch.
I think the top three had every opportunity to win that each. They both took their chances, and that was a great result for Alex. Well done.
We've got a battle here for, it looks like 10th, 11th and 12th. Very close. I couldn't even pick that. I think Warboys held it out Caldwell from Duggan. War Boys, 10th
Well
position.
done. Yeah.
And now looking at Dean Powell, position 22nd, crosses the line.
Oof.
Tony Gaffer was the first of our, finished 16th. First of the guys bumped up from split 2 from last week. But there's the man of the moment, Alex Court. Alex Court holding on. The pit stop. The pit stop, it was all about the pit stop, Ben. How did he manage to do it?
Yeah, look, it was. He came in at the right time, and he's made the difference there. And I think, he was defensive in a couple of those corners. I'm keen to talk to him about that actually. But
he was so fortunate. The exit he got from the pit lane, and just to have no traffic in front of him and get that super fast lap in.
Yeah,
that was the difference.
That undercut, that was a great lap.
And then maybe he was saving a bit of fuel there, sitting behind. Well, not really, because Davis sort of extended it, so he was not really getting slipstream from.
Really.
He was getting the slipstream from McNamara, so maybe he was able to save a bit of fuel. And are we going to see a burnout?
Fingers crossed. That's what we're coming here for, the burnout. So that'll be awesome.
I know you're a big fan of the burnout, Ben.
Love the burnout. Prefer it in a Mustang, but that's okay. We'll let it go.
Here it goes. Oh, we're not going to get a crate. Oh, there's a good camera angle of it.
I didn't know Opals could do burnouts, but that is pretty good. I may not be in the commentary box after this. JP might sack me, but look at that. And well deserved. What a great sort of black lines matter. Look at that. That is fantastic. That is brilliant.
Oh, that was brilliant.
That is brilliant.
Okay, so going through the results. Of course, Alex Court from Jamie Davis, Sean McNamara, Todd Hayne, Simon Chadwick, Paul Preston in 6th, Marty Hanson, Trent Gosling. I keep saying Gosling, but it's Trent Gosley in 8th, Lasseth Leonage, Blake Boys, Darren Caldwell, Mark Duggan, Riley Simons in 13th, Mitch Campbell, Cameron Veacock, Tony Gaffer, as we said, up from split 2 in 16th position, so that's a good drive. Jacob Brewer, 17th, Marty Turner, Roy Clark, Riley Curtis, Michael Dumbrell, Dean Powell, Luke Bergens, Tony Clark, Lee Roberts in 25th, Aaron Gilbert 26th, Dean Williams, James B. Anderson, Dean Albans, Michael J. Brennan, Benjamin Ciron. Oh, and Alex Court's just blown his engine.
Well, I think that's a 20 quid penalty.
For that, yep.
We'll double check that, but I think that might be the case. We'll give him the good news in the interview.
That'll be a grid penalty, just like Formula One, blown engine change. So we were on Craig Newell in 32nd from Nationwide Tracking Services, Hayden Harrison, Ashley Davis, Tim Crowley in 35th, Stephen Lawrence 36th, Michael Stewart 37th. I'm running out of room here on my page. Luke Holland 38th, Brian Cooper 39th, Tim Mulford 40th. Okay.
Tim Crowley.
Tim Crowley, I got 35th, and Tim Mulford 40th. What a race, Ben.
What a race. And again, big thanks to Nationwide Tracking Systems for their support from a sponsor perspective. And of course, a Bruzy Racewear Track Racer. I've got one of their rigs. They're fantastic. Get yourself one. Dripping Pace Graphics, Race Management Services, Coghlan Engineering, and Track Cams for Gourmets. Brilliant, brilliant race. I reckon that was better than. I'm going to go on a limb here, Jamie. I reckon that was better than Zola.
I think I tend to agree with you there, Ben.
Yeah.
It's getting better race by race.
Yeah, and I'll tell you one thing that really impressed me was the quality of driving. People who
very fair.
Absolutely. Back markers were out of the way. Maybe we need to talk to them, throw a few bucks, and make sure they stay in the way of some of the leaders. Spice it up a little bit more. But right through the whole race. Really good, clean racing, tough. You want tough, fair, hard racing, and that's what we saw tonight. And that's what we come to see. So well done, lads.
Very enjoyable. Top
very
three,
enjoyable.
same result as Zolder. So we'd like them to mix it up a little bit more. Needed some of these other guys, Todd Hayne and Chadwick and Preston, Hanson and that lot to get up there a bit more. Caldwell as well.
Absolutely.
Make it a bit of an 8-way, 9-way battle for the lead.
Absolutely. Well, I dropped a couple of pineapples on Preston to win that, so hopefully he wins the next one because I can gain that back. So, Paul, yeah, please make sure you win the next one. But it's fantastic to see that. And, yeah, look, we've got, it's interesting. We've got the top three there again. We've got some people there around the cusp, with Paul Hanson.
They're not far away at all. Not far away at all. Once they put a race together,
100%.
These guys at the front, they're pretty good.
100%.
Court, Davis, McNamara, they're showing the way. Yep. These guys are going to chip away, race by race, and close that gap up. I'm absolutely sure of that.
Yep. Yeah, you only have to look at some of the practice sessions that are going up through the week and the regular names that are in there, and it's all just about laps. So awesome work, and I think we're probably just about ready for interviews shortly through. Let's get Sean in here. He's probably ready to crack a couple of beers. Sean, well done, mate. Congratulations on P3. I honestly thought you had Alex there for a number of laps where Jamie and I we slowly started to put some money towards you. But what happened there, mate? You just sort of took the punt a couple of times, got a bit of light them up on the rears, cooked them towards the end. What was going on?
Yeah, I felt like David Reynolds at Adelaide, mate, couldn't make a pass. But, no, I got on the back of Alex and I felt fairly comfortable, but I just couldn't get the brake bias right. So I just didn't feel comfortable. I didn't want to send him, and it was a great race, I think, for the telecast, and I would have hated to end it that way. So I really, certainly in the first stint, burnt the tyres up in the first few laps, and they came back a bit. But I just didn't want to take that risk. Not this early on in the championship.
Yeah, the car looked really good after the second stop. It was really clear that you were putting some pressure on Alex. He was starting to go defensive there, initially through the first part of the lap. It's a Mustang. It looks fantastic. Look, I might be a little bit biased. You'll learn more about that later on. But it looked like you really had the measure there, and it just started to drop away. Clearly pushing really hard through that second stint. But great race, mate. I reckon that's a fantastic result, and it's really starting to set up for the next few weeks with Jamie and Alex. Well done.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, guys. Really appreciate it. It was a great race, and good fun.
Very enjoyable to watch. Thanks, Sean. Anyone you'd like to have a shout out to?
Yeah, of course, NTS, series sponsors, of course, and my supporters, Jeremy Murphy Photography, Intimidator Race Engines, Racing Ears, Custom Ear Protection, Velocity Motorsport Magazine, and Racecraft. Thank you.
We'll see you at the next round. Road America.
Indeed. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Well done, Sean. Awesome,
Cheers,
mate.
guys. Thank you.
So, are we ready for second place? Jamie Davis?
Jamie Davis, second position, mate. We thought you were
home and hosed early in that race.
Well, at one point, and then at another stage, we thought, I think he's going to settle for third, but you came in second, mate. Well done. Talk us through
it. Cheers. Thanks, boys. Just focused on getting a good start and not spinning the wheels, and managed to do that. And thankfully the boys battled behind me, which allowed me to have a bit of a gap. Yep. And come pit stop time, I added a bit too much fuel. But when I came to pits, then at the end of the race, I still had 3 laps of fuel left. So
3 laps.
Yeah.
Where Alex and I came out, just that one litre less would have just had me in front, fresher tyres. But I'm still wrapped second.
It made for a spectacular pit lane exit when the 3 of you guys were battling it out down the back straight. What was going through your head at that mind? What was going through your mind at that point in time?
I was just open. Alex had a bit of a slide through turn 3, but he had a good exit and stuff. And I knew I had to, dive it in deep for 4 and just keep the car up the inside and make it hard for him. But which put me on the wrong side because he was able to.
Yeah, it was a great race. It was great to watch.
Mate,
Thank you.
it was, and like I think you touched on something there that Jamie and I talked about through the broadcast. We thought it might have been a fuel thing. It seemed a little bit longer than we would have expected, but mate, you drove a fantastic race. Clearly, lots of pressure in that. It was awesome to watch, mate. Great battle.
Anyone you'd like
Cheers,
to
boys.
send a shout out to?
Shout out to Drip and Paint Graphics and SimSnap.com for sponsorship. Well done, boys. Thank you. All the boys at PSR and JP, you guys, everyone behind the scenes that makes this series possible, and friends and family watching.
No worries.
Bloody oath.
You're looking
Well done,
forward
mate.
to Road America. We'll see you at Road America next round.
Yep, definitely, boys. I'll be there.
Awesome. Thanks,
Excellent, mate. Well done, Jamie.
Cheers, guys. See ya.
See you, mate. Now the
Here he is again.
winner, Alex.
He's making a
Court.
habit of it.
Mate, we thought you were in a little bit of trouble there, mate. Talk us through it. A bit defensive on a couple of corners there. What was going on?
Oh, boys, I was bricking it. I've got sweat dripping off me. That was such an intense race.
And it made life easy for us. Thanks, Alex. We didn't have to really say too much because the pictures said everything.
I've got to put a show on for everyone, don't I?
Yeah, always the showman, mate. The crowds love it. I've got to ask a question. I said at the broadcast you were going defensive. Jamie, you might have to help me out here, mate, in the corner. But going into the tighter part of the track, middle of the track, you were diving it down the right hand side there, where you normally sort of sit up high and angle it down the hill. You were being very defensive. Was that on purpose? Were you panicking about Sean or Jamie diving down there? What was going on?
I was just doing everything I could to keep them behind me. So
Fair enough.
within
I would have
the
done
rules. So
It's a very
Yeah.
difficult track to pull away, especially with the slipstream up the front
Yeah.
straight. You're never
Uh-huh.
really going to break away from anyone if they don't make a
Yeah.
mistake.
Yep.
So
think-
anyone you like to... I'll go for it, Ben.
No, I was just going to say, I think you did a fantastic job, Alex. We, watching on, and I think when you watch it back with a cold flannel on the forehead, mate, so you just relax a little bit. But I think you'll look at it and go, wow, there was a hell of a lot going on behind you, but you did it, mate. You got the win. You held it together, and that's what it's all about. Yeah, it's keeping cool under the pressure. So well done, mate. That's 2 in a row.
Well, my moment of the race, sorry, was
right.
when you come down the back straight when Jamie Davis left the pit lane and you were going side by
Oof.
side into turn
Oof.
4. What were you thinking at that point in time?
I think a bit of
Well,
we came out at that point.
I don't know about we. I'm thinking the other end. Because I think we actually made a little bit of contact. So
Yes, there was a little bit of contact.
again,
Nothing too serious though. It was nothing deliberate or intentional there.
No, 100%. Yeah, no, I just held my line and made my breaking point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was
no,
fantastic.
it was very good, mate. And congratulations on a really sick burnout at the end there as well.
Although you blew your engine and we're worried that you might get a place penalty for the next race.
We think it's 10 grid place penalty, but we can talk about that later on. Don't worry about it.
You'll be all right. You'll manage.
Enjoy the victory. Enjoy the victory.
Thanks, guys.
No
Who you
worries.
like to shout out to, Alex?
Nationwide tracking system, Goodyear Auto Care, Cars for Hope, a Bridge Team Racing, Track Racer, and VR Cover.
Yeah, well done, mate. They're awesome support for the series, and obviously awesome support for you as well, mate. Congratulations, 2 in a row on the Road America.
Yep.
Looking forward to it. Can't wait. Should be good,
Thanks,
mate.
boys.
Well done.
It'll be
Thanks, guys.
well done, Alex.
Thanks, mate.
Okay, Ben. That was
Wow, that
good
wraps
here
that
from
one
the top
up.
3.
Whew. What a race! I'm really looking forward to Road America.
I think the
All right.
racing is going to be just as good, if not better, than this one. I know Road America, and it's got 3 long straights, and I
Oof.
can't see any of these 3 getting away from each other the way
I know.
they're driving.
I know.
They're just tied together.
Yeah, and think about that Road America, the last 2 or 3 corners before the front straight, lining them up. I think we're going to see some nose to tail fireworks. I'm looking
Some
forward to it.
absolute slipstreaming.
Absolutely.
Up and down the hill.
And I can just see, I can see Alex got a couple on the board now. Jamie's keen for a win. Sean's got some real serious pace, but there's the
And the boys,
Todd
the boys
Haynes,
are knocking on the door.
Chadwick, and I can tell you what, Darren
They're mixing
Caldwell,
it up. They're
Darren
mixing it
Caldwell,
up.
he's gonna sneak up there at some point, and
He
Laz
hasn't had
as
much-
well. The
Laz,
boys
yep.
are there, and Mark Duggan. Really surprised to see him down where he was. I think there's probably some stuff back in the group, but there's a really good, healthy field. I'm super excited about seeing how we go to Road America.
Plenty to tune into next Tuesday night. Same
Absolutely,
time.
yeah, brilliant.
Do we need to mention the sponsors one more time, or have we hit them up enough?
Well, I think we can certainly run through it again. Firstly, big thanks to obviously JP and yourself, Jamie, for once again a magnificent call. But
My
again,
pleasure.
Nationwide Tracking Systems, Abruzzi Raceware, Track Racer, Dripping Paints Graphics. Although I think some of that smeared on some of the concrete and other cars. So just for the FYI. Race Management Services, Coghlan Engineering for the setups. Well done, guys. And Track Cams for Gourmet. That's obviously what we see tonight. So awesome. Thanks, guys. Loved
Great
it.
call, Ben.
Can't wait for next week.
See you then.
Done.